It's still a while from the passage from Dongfu to the New World. I think you don't know the rules of the New World. I'll tell you in detail now. The Golden Dragon King's gentle voice sounded in Xiao Yan's ears. Master, please tell me. Xiao Yan was about to ask this question, but he didn't expect Master to be so understanding. The continent we are going to is called Dou Di Continent. There are no various types of magic that are commonly seen in novels, and Dou Qi is the only main theme of the continent. On this continent, the cultivation of Dou Qi has almost reached its peak with the efforts of countless generations, and due to the continuous reproduction of Dou Qi, it has even spread to the people. Daily life has become closely related, so the importance of vindictiveness in the mainland has become irreplaceable. Because of the extreme multiplication of Dou Qi, it has also led to the differentiation of countless Dou Qi cultivation methods from this main line. The so-called hand has lengths, and the differentiated Dou Qi cultivation methods are naturally strong and weak. After summarizing the statistics, the Dou Qi continent, where Xiao Yan was before, divided the levels of Dou Qi Gong techniques into 4 and 12 levels from high to low: heaven, earth, Xian Huang, and each level is divided into 3 levels: elementary, middle, and high. The new continent, Dou Di Continent, which has been promoted now, has added the levels of Dou Qi Gong to the previous foundation as immortal, saint, and god, and each level is divided into beginner, middle, high, and third. The level of the fighting Qigong technique practiced is also the key to determining the level of success in the future. For example, people who practiced intermediate-level Shin-level exercises in the Dou Qi continent are naturally a bit stronger than those of the same level who practiced high-level Huang-level exercises. In Dou Di Continent, the distinction between strength and weakness depends on 3 conditions. First of all, the most important thing is, of course, your own strength. If your own strength is only at the level of a 1-star Dozun, then even if you are cultivating a rare cultivation technique at the high level of the sky, it will be difficult for you to defeat a Dousheng who cultivates an earth-level cultivation technique. Secondly, it is the cultivation technique for a powerhouse of the same level. If your skill level is much higher than the opponent's, then during the test, you will know all the advantages at a glance. The last one is called fighting skills. As the name suggests, this is a special skill for exerting Dou Qi. Dou skills are above the Dou Qi continent and also have different levels. Generally speaking, they are also divided into 4 levels of heaven, earth, and yellow, and each level is further divided into low level, intermediate level, and advanced. On the Dou Di continent, the level division is also the 3rd level of Immortal Holy Spirit, and each level is divided into 4 levels: low level, intermediate level, high level, and peak. There are countless fighting skills on the Dou Di continent, but most of the popular fighting skills that have been circulated are only around the prefecture level. If you want to acquire more advanced fighting skills, you must join a sect or a Dou Qi academy on the mainland. Of course, some of the exercises left by the predecessors who rely on adventures or have their own matching fighting skills. Such fighting skills evolve from the exercises. When combined with each other, the power is stronger. Only by relying on these 3 conditions can we judge which is stronger and which is weaker. Generally speaking, if you can have a high-level Dou Qigong method, the benefits in the future will be self-evident. However, it is very difficult for ordinary people to obtain advanced Dou Qi cultivation techniques. The exercises that are circulated in ordinary classes are at most only earth-level exercises. Some relatively powerful families or small and medium-sized sects should have heaven-level cultivation methods. Above the celestial rank is the immortal rank, but perhaps only those transcendent forces and great empires can possess such profound cultivation techniques. As for the Holy Order, it hasn't appeared for hundreds of years. Theoretically speaking, if ordinary people want to obtain advanced exercises, it is basically as difficult as reaching the sky. However, nothing is absolute, The Dou Di Continent is vast, with thousands of ethnic groups in the northern part of the continent. In the southern part of the continent, there are also various high-level warcraft families with extremely high IQs, and there are also the dark races famous for their strangeness and viciousness, and so on. Due to the vast territory, there are also many unknown and unknown hermits. After their lives come to an end, they are withdrawn and may hide the exercises they created in their lives somewhere, waiting for those who are destined to take them. There is a saying, if one day you fall off a cliff or a cave, don't panic. Take 2 steps forward. Maybe you will become a strong man. These words are not false. In the history of the mainland for nearly 1,000 years, there is no general story of becoming a strong man by relying on adventures. The consequence of this story is that it has created a large number of dreamers who wait on the edge of the cliff every day, preparing to jump off the cliff to obtain a peerless exercise. Of course, most of these people return with broken arms and broken legs. In short, Dou Di Continent is a continent full of miracles and miracles. Secondly, you should also know that in Dou Di Continent, not everyone is a strong Dou Di. In fact, Dou Di Continent is the same as your Dou Di Continent. It takes every effort to cultivate in order to advance to a stronger realm. But Dou Di Continent is the upper plane after all. The spiritual energy of heaven and earth is much stronger than your lower planes, so the people here cultivate faster. Generally speaking, most of the ordinary people can reach the level of Dou Zun, and some talented people will reach Dou Sheng. As for Emperor Dou, it is not a big one. Only small family power, royal family, or some big sects have it. Of course, there are some old monsters who are hidden from the world and willing to be powerful, but there are no absolutes in the world. Powerful families are so talented the older generation also has Dou Di in charge. The currency of Dou Di Continent is gold, silver, and copper. 100 copper is equal to 1 silver, and 100 silver is equal to 1 gold. In general, the hierarchy of Dou Di Dalu is, from low to high, UU reading www.uucana.com Dou Di, Dou Xian, Dou Shen. Each rank is divided into 9 stars, from 1 star to 9 stars. Each star is divided into the early stage, middle stage, late stage, and consummation. Above the 9 stars, it is the 9th turn, and 99 return to 1, before you can step into the next realm. There has always been a rumor that fights immortals, fights gods, dominates the world, reincarnations, the great 1,000 worlds. The 10th rank is the emperor, the 9th rank of the emperor is the immortal, and the one who exists is the god. Alchemist. It is divided into 1st grade emperor, 2nd grade emperor, 3rd grade emperor, and each rank is further divided into 3 grades of elixir of heaven and earth. Immortal rank 4, Immortal rank 5, Immortal rank 6, Saint rank 7, Saint rank 8, Saint rank 9, and the legendary 10th rank are divine pills, which have always been just legends, and no one has seen them at all. Soul power. The soul of the emperor is divided into ordinary, heaven, earth, entering the virtual realm. For levels, the fairyland soul is divided into entry, perception, fusion. The holy realm is divided into stepping into the virtual, refined, holy. The realm is not too much excessively detailed division. Cultivation level, immortal rank, holy rank, god rank. Low level, intermediate level, high level, complete. Fighting skill level, immortal holy spirit 3 levels. Each level is divided into low level, intermediate level, high level, and peak level 4. As for the level of monsters on the Dou Di Continent, there are 3 levels of emperor, immortal, and god, and each level is 10th level. It is rumored that monsters who break through the 10th rank of the emperor can transform into human beings to practice again. Because of the long lifespan of monsters, they can choose freely, but after the monsters break through the emperor, every rank will attract divine condemnation. A careless, serious injury, serious damage. So transforming humans can avoid this problem very well. Legend has it that Warcraft can be transformed into a humanoid and can also be promoted to the god of fighting. Just don't know if it's true or not. Xiao Yin listened to the words of the Golden Dragon King. His mind was buzzing. There was too much information. Colleagues also began to look forward to this new continent. A new beginning. After speaking, he looked at the sky outside the passage with a confident smile on his lips. The endless sky and the earth. The blue sky occasionally chirps like birds and beasts, and if you look closely, a space is slightly distorted, and a young man with a thin body and a heavy back emerges from it. In the sky, who is this not Xiao Yin? Is this the Dou Di Continent? Sure enough, there is a lot of Emperor's origin chi. Xiao Yin also found that the Emperor's origin chi and the heaven and earth spiritual chi of Dou Di Continent didn't seem to be much different, so he didn't pay too much attention. Xiao Yin stood in the sky out of thin air and carefully felt this piece of Dou Di Continent, and found that the spiritual energy of heaven and earth on this continent was several times more powerful and abundant than the previous Dou Di Continent. No wonder it can be called an upper plane. Master, where are we going now? The Golden Dragon King did not stop Xiao Yin and let him experience the atmosphere of the new continent in the sky of this new continent. Dou Di Continent is divided into 4 relatively independent continents: south, east, and northwest. Next, we should go to the northernmost continent, which is also the weaker continent on Dou Di Continent, because I have some personal affairs to deal with, and there are some things that are impressive. The existence of Sacred Flame has been around for so many years, I really don't know if it's okay. The Golden Dragon King pondered with nostalgia. Holy Yin, Xiao Yan's heart seemed to be burning hot again, just like when he was looking for a strange fire. Land down first. Many of the skies in this continent are ruled by the state, and the sky is strictly forbidden, otherwise we will be in trouble. The voice of the Golden Dragon King came from the ring. When Xiao Yin heard the words, he was stunned, and immediately flew towards the ground. Looking at your young age, if you tell the location of the treasure pavilion, then we can let you go. Otherwise, look at your tender flesh. These brothers here will not let you go. The man with a ferocious face said to a woman in front of him who seemed to be helpless. After he finished speaking, he looked at the men who were smiling evilly behind him. I don't even know where the treasure pavilion is. I'm just a servant of the Mu family. How can I know? You should ask the people of the Mu family. The woman was obviously wronged. The man with fierce eyes, even his voice was slightly faint. Ask the Mu family? We all came from the Mu family. The head of the Mu family said before he died that you took away the blueprints of the treasure pavilion. What else do you have to say? The leading man growled, said to the woman in front of him, if you want to kill, why do you need so many excuses for nonsense? The woman also saw that the person in front of her was just looking for so many excuses to kill herself, and there was no such thing as a treasure map. Go. First, take off all her clothes and search for the ring. The men behind him looked at the woman in front of them with fiery eyes. Qingji's face and 3,000 blue silks were hanging down, and everyone with a small waist and white skin was watching. The same drool. It's really not as good as a beast. The young woman stroked the only decoration on her hand, which was the only thing her mother had left for her, and then her eyes became much firmer, preferring jade to be broken rather than tile. Woman's eyes. Xiao Yan, wait, go to the east of you. I feel a vaguely familiar aura looming. Hurry up. The Golden Dragon King in the ring said to Xiao Yan. He could make himself feel the aura of déjà vu, or it was a former enemy, or just a former friend. Obviously, there will be no strong aura on the border of this continent, so the result is obviously the latter. Only then did he roar at Xiao Yan. Boom, boom, boom. Just when the woman was about to meet the vicious hands of everyone, when she was taking action to protect her chastity, Xiao Yin arrived in time, and Xiao Yi seemed to see that none of them were good people because of their behavior. With a bit of anger, the strange fire spread out in an instant, knocking down all the weaker ones. Maybe even Xiao Yin didn't realize that since the mysterious rune lighted up on Xiao Yi's forehead on the way to Dou Di Continent, she has gradually become humanized. He rarely speaks. Who is your excellency? This girl is our target. If you want to be a hero to save the beauty, you're looking for the wrong person. Come on, brothers. The man in the lead instantly turned gloomy and looked at Xiao Yin, who was about to die in front of him, with disdain. Young Xia, be careful. Their leader is a 6-star fighting saint. The woman was very grateful to Xiao Yin for saving her, but she also knew the strength of these people who were chasing her and didn't want to involve Xiao Yan's innocent life, so she hurriedly warned her. But what the woman didn't expect was that in the blink of an eye, Xiao Yin instantly killed the few people who were still in front of her. The remaining man looked at Xiao Yin in fear and shouted for mercy. This is an elixir. If you're not afraid that I will poison you, just take it. It can relieve your wounds very well. Xiao Yin handed a healing elixir and a topical medicine to the girl, who was still determined in her eyes. Looked at the blood flowing from the girl's calf, and couldn't help feeling a little distressed, completely ignoring the man in front of him and a few remaining subordinates. My own first-hand brothers are also a group of fighting saints. Although they do not work very hard in their cultivation, they are under the leadership of their 6-star fighting saints to pick up some tasks every now and then to make a living. But the strange thing is that when Xiao Yin appeared in front of him, the vindictive energy in his body seemed to solidify, especially the milky white figure made him sweat cold. Thank you. After saying that, the girl did not hesitate. She picked up Xiao Yan's mobile phone and swallowed it directly. After taking the medicine, she put it on her wound, and her wound solidified within a few seconds of applying it. Now I even feel a trace of warmth in the wound, repairing my wound. This is definitely a high-level medicine pill. The young woman was shocked. Why are so many of you chasing a weak woman? Xiao Yin asked with a smile. Young master, spare your life. We homeless prodigal sons have no choice but to go to Mu's house this time to collect some money. But who would have thought that when we just went to their Mu's house would have been bloodbath long ago. It's the same. There's a lot of smoke everywhere. Even the remaining servants are not spared. We are also threatened by some mysterious people. I heard that she has a map of the treasure pavilion on her body, so... The man looked at Xiao Yin in horror. Xiao Yin also knew this. The man did not lie, because a person does not dare to lie when he is extremely frightened. Many thanks for your life-saving grace. The woman knelt down and kowtowed to Xiao Yin when she saw the situation at this time. Get up, you don't need to be so polite. Although Xiao Yin didn't know why the Golden Dragon King asked himself to save the 1-star fighting saint in front of him, there must be a reason for the Golden Dragon King. Whatever you do with this person is up to you. Xiao Yin turned around and said to the woman, Anon, let's just let him go. In fact, they have no choice but to. I didn't know who my parents were since I was born. As far back as I can remember, I only knew the ring on my hand was the only clue to find them. Anyway, the Mu family is nurturing me. Maybe I am too weak now, but I will avenge the Mu family. He clenched his small fist and said resolutely, If you have anything, just say it. Xiao Yin just wanted to leave when he saw that the matter in front of him was resolved. Because of his tenderness towards the enemy, he sometimes killed himself, but he saw the woman who was extremely embarrassed and hesitating as if she had something to say. Look, Anon, I know that you are a good person. The Mu family has been destroyed. I am helpless now. Although it is a bit presumptuous, can I accompany you? I can do laundry and cook anything, and I want to investigate this matter, but I will always follow my benefactor if I have my wish. After hesitating, he looked at Xiao Yin, the last straw of life, with anticipation. Indeed, the Mu family was destroyed. Where is there a place for yourself? The weak will be bullied. The weak will not be able to protect what they want to protect. The weak will not be able to find their biological parents. I must become stronger. The woman looked at Xiao Yin firmly, which reminded Xiao Yin of himself back then. And the woman in front of him was very similar to himself back then.